What's up, guys? Welcome back to Neon Trash. I'm your host, Tommy the Hammer, hanging out with Adam McDoogleez.
How's it going?
It's a warm summer night, and it happens to be Adam McDoogleez's pick. Adam, my boy, what have you brought to our stable tonight?
Well, as you mentioned, Tom, we are in the thick of summer, and that gets me in the mood for a little adventure. So I figured, why not revisit an old tried-and-true classic about an adventure, which is The Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Yeah.
A movie both me and Tom have seen and love, and it's like, hey, why not, you know?
You guys know this routine. Check out that motherfucking trailer. Peep that shit. And when we get back, you guys are going to know our opinions on The Treasure of Sierra
Madre.
I almost said Sierra Nevada. Why do I do that?
I mean, it'd be a treasure, too, if you found a bunch of those, but you know.
Jesus, all the time. Oof.
Their pasts buried in silent secrecy. Their futures hidden in the mystery of adventure. Men drawn together in their search for gold. Dog, soldier of fortune. Howard, the old-timer. Curtin, the youngster. And Cody, the intruder. These are the men who tried to tap the treasure of the Sierra Madre. Men with an oath on their lips and muscles in their arms, but men with greed in their hearts.
Starring Humphrey Bogart. Yes, before Harrison Ford, before Steve McQueen, there was Bogey. And this is actually probably my favorite movie that he's in. The reason for that is because he was the quintessential leading man of like the 40s and 50s. And for that reason, he's your anchor throughout this movie. Because, he just goes, he's kind of a down and out guy living in Mexico in the 20s, just kind of, who goes off on, this quest to find gold in the hills somewhere. And he's your identification figure throughout much of it because, he has Bogart has a natural charisma, which is why he was such a huge star. And we're used to seeing Bogart portraying heroic characters, kind of like, the Maltese Falcon, because he was the archetype for that, that whole private eye figure of the era. And you're used to seeing him, play the hero, But the thing about Bogart, though, is that he was actually a much better actor than he's given credit for in terms of that he wasn't afraid to play against type. And here, his character, without giving too much away, does a lot of shady things.
It's a decadent piece. This is a movie that revels in the cinematography, in the cinematic nature. And if you like how films are done, if you like watching classic actors and directors at their prime, and you want to see a movie that was progressive and ahead of the curve, definitely check this out, because this movie touches on some stuff that most people, most directors, maybe most actors weren't really doing back in the 40s. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. We're going to cut that out, Tommy boy. But yes, this is definitely a movie that you have to watch. Top 50, top 100, top whatever. Let's go with the star count. Where are you at?
Star count? I don't need to give you no stinking star count. It's where that famous line originates from. The reason why this movie is a classic, but hell, I'll give you a star count. I'm going to go with a solid 9 out of 10 on this.
Oh my goodness.
This film is that good. I love this movie. It's great. It's timeless.
This movie's got a lot going for it. You've got the adventure element, you've got the suspense element, you've got the down and dirty, on the streets, grimy element.
Yeah. It does it really well.
Yeah, it just pulls you in. And I know there's a few people out there that can't watch movies like this because they're old school, they're black and white, or blah fucking blah. They got the American actors, so they're turned off. They don't think it's got the artsy element. Yeah, maybe it's very specific to the era. Maybe it's not as good as an international art house film from the 50s or the 60s. Regardless, there's a lot of shitty American films out there, and this ain't one of them. This is one of the best American films. Not going to go as high as Doogleez here with the whole, 9?
I mean, if you view this as just kind of an old movie thing, I think you're doing it an injustice.
Yes.
Because I think that great cinema is timeless.
Yeah.
And I think the ones that are of quality, that survive through time, there's something to be said about them. They are hidden treasure. And this movie is a treasure.
I hope it's been informative, guys. Until the next time, tune in to Neon Trash. Good night, folks.
Adios.
Cheers.